こだよね。へえ。開門して橋渡って世界が広がった。世界があるってこと。戻れない。一回ガルテのところに戻りたい。それは子供たちに話してない。
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. The other one laughs as well. The stone kicking isn't even of very high caliber. Anyone can do that.
Yes. Yes.
It doesn't look like he knows what.
Yes. 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 Yes.
イエスしか言わない。5歳だもんな。
The stone kicking one becomes.
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer. The rock kicker was just being shy.
You're bad with kids.
あんたはどうなんだ。
Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting anything here.
The stone.
He looks just like.
The boy. The rock.
You're bad. Don't worry, everyone is.
He look.
The boy. The rock.
You're bad with kids. You're right there. Let's see if we can find some police work, shall we? We're not getting anything here.
You're stupid. Okay.
潮が満ちてる。こっちはいけないんだな。
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer.
今立ち去る。そこどこに
Can I help you? What is this thing?
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90, or you get a heart attack from running.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes?
じゃあな。というわけでアンロックします。確定。どれ行こうかな。なんだっけ。じゃあこれで。よし。
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
あ、聞いたんだっけか。
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing, a simple, melancholic, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning. Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it.
今の
Only
俺を
one
止められる
of
ものは
God's.
ない。
You have to convince God to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
ガルデー。
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
今すぐカラ
No,
オ
you
ケが
don't.
したい。
It's not happening.
ダメだ、ありえない。
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
By causing more trouble, I think we're good.
そうなのか。
The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now. It's for the... It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44. A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke. It's not for bands, it's for clients. Some clients, okay? Not you. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
曲のテープ持ってきた。
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes?
よし。一応セーブしとこうか。
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
I can see that.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. Hands. Where do you put your hands? Does someone feel like throwing up? I do. A little. It's still early here. Faint daylight is seeping into the dining hall. Someone's making coffee in the kitchen. But aside from that, no one's really a better idea to perform in. Yes, you can always do it in the evening. It will be less scary with a lot of people.
さろ優位になって待とう。じゃあ違うとこ行きましょう。お
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
よし。じゃあ買い物の周りを調べていきますか。ここはもう調べ尽くしたんだっけか。
The warning.
You can.
よし。おじさんが転がっている。
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
300リアル。リアルか。なんかもが高い。
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know, it's funny, actually.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What? Oh, yes, yes. The spirits. That'll be 300 real. Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm... You see, friend, man makes his own luck. And I made mine real good. Got my hands on... Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I've got everyone on my hook.
The hook? Where is it? I can't see it.
Of course, of course, of course. It is... Oh. You see, Fred bought cigarettes.
The hook? Where is it?
Cook them, huh? You want to buy something? Oh. You see, Fred bought cigarettes.
The hook? Where is it?
Hermit? Who gives a shit? You want to buy something? Grease the wheels, buddy boy. Aye, by amphetamine, I mean speed. Aye. Good, good, my man. Now what can I offer? Aye. Sure did, buddy boy. That's why I said amphetamine. I mean speed. I mean... Aye. Good, good, my man. Now what... Finally came to your senses, buddy boy? Ain't nobody else gonna give you a price like that. Had to let life squeeze you to get that, huh? Sure, friend. A bottle of high-quality spirits coming right up. That'll be 3 real, and you're practically robbing me at this price.
お、3リアルになった。
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Son, you will not kill yourself with this. Not today. So we're going to store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
My kind of guy. Here you go, friend. Bottoms up, Captain. In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip.
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding? That's the spirit. I used to shape reality into... Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom's Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No, we are saving the world. Please don't go. Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, so now it's a pirate's life for me. It's you. You're Tequila Sunset. We've met before. Don't you remember? Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset... Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Does that sound like something you do? Yeah, probably. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything... One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by...
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate.
3 men are standing on a wooden platform extending out from the shore of a dilapidated fishing village, their cheeks red.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You rev the time hath come. So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things." your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
Your hands cramped on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit. Like some... When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you...
What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now, and insisted that we all call you that from then on. No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother. Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted how they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct.
If you only knew.
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around it. Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through. Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little... In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style. No specifics, though. It was, yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone...
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
Yeah, you said that it was okay that you crashed your carriage because the spectral... This was before you started talking about how the Pinkies were always trying to fuck you. You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar who'd cleared 501 cases.
As you've already determined, the actual number is just over 200. But what's a little embellishment between friends?
No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it. It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right, why not? Better than a beach bum. It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar.
I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring. So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me. Not much, but it will do.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Don't call Abigail!
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. I was once a reasonable... I used the profits from my agency to finance what I developed the paradigm. But the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging 22 full-time employees. An all-star team. A potentially historical set of individuals. It helped, truly. With my trusty Sansaric Lycra but now dreams are worn thin. One day I left on my evening run. as you...
His eyes are clouded. His dilated...
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly. Wet, okay? It was raining really hard. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the... Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass. Ouch, indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key. I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key. I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most people are naturally wary of ad menus. Just then, I experienced a moment of... But when I reached my office, I remember... Anyway, so... Now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? Yeah, maybe I've exaggerated certain parts over the years. When you tell a story too often. But what matters is that it's true to my subjective experience. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty this. Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly... I used to own my reality situation. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't... Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila? If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? I mean, maybe I was up by the boardwalk or walking somewhere north of here, that's for sure. You could ask around, see if anyone's seen it. My agency, man. The Boom Boom Room. Our concept... I convinced my partners to reinvest. I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then it all went to shit. Well, you know, sex sells. That's the first rule of advertising. That's what's so cool about advertising. It's kind of like art, except you can... What? You've never seen 100% Lycra before? Go on.
You really shouldn't touch it.
Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its kind.
Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish skins together. You feel about 15%. Randomized trials have also found Lycra, TN, to be associated. And then there's the smell. But you don't even want to...
Wow, you're lucky. He never lets me think.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. My fellow members of the union...
Hey, Tequila!
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. He's a...
I thought he was a cool cop.
Don't call up a guy.
And this is Abs. So yeah, I'm all ears, Tequila. What's in a name?
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Don't call up a guy.
Shut up, guys. I was once a reasonably high net worth. I used the profits. I developed the paradigm. Worked within the It did. But now, one day,
His eyes are clouded.
So I was halfway done with... I made my... Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I...
No, you don't.
Whatever. So I made my way across the yard. People are just then. But when anyway... So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've... The hobo lifestyle definitely has some perks. Not having to pay rent, first and foremost. But that charm wears off pretty quickly. I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. No. Contrary to popular belief, I enjoy being alive. Classy. The tale I'm about to tell you, there are many...
Are you telling the story?
Shut the fuck...
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a past in the harbor's dark. Her cigarette is a...
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see? What? No, I told you this is a man with no head on his shoulders. Wearing a found tracksuit, searching for the legendary found cap that went missing. When he...
I thought that he rode a headless pig.
Well, there are many versions of this story. If I hadn't lost Gertrude...
Tell him about the...
Fuck, Rosemary. What?
I've read the case file, but please...
Right. The wind...
Two women stand on a small app.
The women are... When she... But there is... Ulla Mc... Her body is never recovered. Word on the street is that she... You know... Gave herself facial deconstruction.
That part, at least...
See? Anyway, that's the story of the headless found rider. Pretty crazy, huh? Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. Some others claim...
Even the...
Personally, coincident...
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
Like you could do better, Tequila. Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories?
Hard to argue, is that it?
That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it. Yeah? Why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that. I have to admit, that's pretty high concept. Still not as awesome as a headless rider in a fight. No one knows.
He won't, though.
Aye. I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
You too, Tiki.
Naga. Pode ser gostoso.
The noxious odor emanating from...
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call her!
生きるって誰だよ。
Abigail, don't you fucking...
Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk. He snorts and beckons you to lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
Don't you fucking call her! Hear me!
There's no use in yelling at drunks. He's barely holding it together.
The drunk man starts coughing, a really disgusting. He does not sound well at all.
Don't call.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness.
1.1グリア。雪が降った。新しい家を見つけたぞ。お金が落ちてる。ちょっと家の周りを調べてみるか。教会なんだね、ここ。大量のしてた家が。マグネシウムを手に入れた。すごい、お金が入る。お酒も入る。隠してる。そういうこと。お金が落ちている。あれで 1.1 リアルなんです。結構少ないのは。でも中に入ってみよ
う。Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into. Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock.
I don't think that's going.
High above, the wind wraps the church in its rush, cold and wet from the ocean.
There is a hole in my heart.
The lieutenant looks at the padlock. He didn't hear you asking. You were quiet enough. The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. The surface is smooth from the wind, but more. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow. You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean.
No.
Nice.
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Okay.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Looks like today was a gold star day. The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection.
If you really think we should get in there, we need to find some other way. Yes, the pulsing base. An indication of junior delinquency.
Advanced race theory. Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about...
Okay. できました。いいね。とりあえずセーブだな。
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice. The padlock passes through a staple that's...
ああ、そうなんだ。受話器が壊れてる。
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
100歳くらい。
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died. Are you sure you're here? Your voice.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves wash. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief.
Okay.
Calling. Still someone.
Hello, Gerard speaking. What are you, like 5? Thanks for calling, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone. Calling. 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 Still.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work. You got the wrong number. Don't call here again.
Disconnect tone. Calling.
I'm tired.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
Writing. I hate writing so much. But I have to get back.
The man disappeared. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone. Just silence in the handset. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying. You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Strange. This is not how you started before. 414447 1117361. Your fingers keep moving. Yes. 451 67451 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean. Calling. Calling. It's pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rise with each ring. Calling still. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long... The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. You just do. And you know it is going to hurt. The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows. Calling, 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 call. Then the ocean breaks. Out.
Hello? Who is this? Dora, who is this? The connection is bad.
In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. No answer. You're not sure, but you think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white.
You're not a high net worth individual, Harry. You're drunk.
Harry! Whoa.
Because it's me. Look, I don't understand what you're saying or why you're calling me. You seem drunk. Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I I need to wake up in 2 hours. To work. The academy, where I work.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand.
Oh no, please stop. Please, let's just No! I want to go to sleep. I'm in my rover, sleeping.
She does not answer anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money. You dial in the middle of it. Calling. The headset left. You dial calling. Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions, you're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particular...
Nothing you can say. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under...
よかった。かけちゃダメな人なのか。ここができたね。
A metal payphone. You hear the tone. The machine is in calling. Still, this field end of...
Pierre, is that you, Pierre? Do you have any news about Pierre? He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. I'm young, but who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country. This is because we are bred to be leaders. I can hear the common or mixed. I just so wanted it to be Pierre.
Disconnect. Calling. Still someone.
Hello, Gerard speaking. What are you like?
Thanks for...
Phone. Disconnect. Calling. Still.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work. Hey!
Disconnect tone. Calling.
I'm tired.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
There is nothing.
You do not hear the... Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You close your... Strange. This is not how you started before. You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. It is a 4111. Yes. 4 an ultra long calling, pitiful callings, ringing. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty calling still. Then the
Hello? Who is this? Dora, who is this?
In the distorted distance, it doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's...
No. It's you, isn't it? It's you. You're not a high net worth individual, Harry. You're drunk. Because it's me. Look, I don't understand what you're saying or why you're calling me. Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours. To work. The academy.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper. Your hand isn't moving. The headset hisses in your ear with evil sadness.
I'm in Morova, sleeping.
Your hand isn't moving. The headset hisses in your ear with evil sadness.
I'm in Morova, sleeping. Yes.
Your hand isn't moving. The head...
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand. Your hand isn't moving. The headset hisses.
Oh no. Please stop. Please.
Your hand isn't moving.
No. I want to go to sleep.
Your hand isn't moving. She does not answer anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
これ以上はかけない。これ以上かけたら死んじゃう。空き瓶拾った。
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this rail. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that they...
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to have it returned. Yes?
キムじゃない。ジャージを渡しに行こうか。重油とか書いてどこ行くねー。どこにも行けないね。
Tequila sunset. Ah, tequila. I knew you'd come through. That's fucking great, man. Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to...
So...
Despair creeps into you. Getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? He watches you melt down stoically from behind the lenses of nothing you can see. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all."
りあえず電話はかけない。ほっとこう、電話はほっとこう。
Someone has left the cloth, if you can still call it that. Makes a soft crunching sound. It's streaked.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. I'm sure.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. See, it occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but it smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time. Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground. The crust is hard. This jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun. Somewhere, high above the city, a pair of... They are like the bombardiers of the aerostatic brigades. All of a sudden, the Bombay doors open. Splat, an explosion of white on a man's shoe. A curse goes up, but the birds do not hear. It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck. What? No. Then it'll just be on your pants. As you hold it in your hands, it makes an... There is no why. As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. It's probably... The smell. It's awful and familiar. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly... Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief. There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper. In the trash bin, 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some...
A tragedy.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads. Now, this makes partying look bad. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads, it's no older than a day or two. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a... The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but...
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and...
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure... His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. Be very, very careful where you step here. Rubowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape. The blackness of death. Stench. You think confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
A 0.75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man minting.
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether. You see waves churning below. So he could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of...
A dried...
I don't see any other... Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad.
We do know that he was married. But you're right. Let's not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he is an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martin. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a...
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths in such a short time frame.
A sequence killer? There's nothing that connects those 2 bodies. This is a completely different case. An accident. Yes, but I just wanted to make it clear it's not a sequence killer, okay? What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box. They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the sea. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure. From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from Mike and Emma. Let them know we are taking the case.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Khan Hailostam. You must be Kim Kituragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hypertext, young carp, and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't...
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitor. No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run...
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the coalition landed in 08. We could be standing on what is the most... Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical, and...
Hold on. What's R&D? It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass.
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD. Research and...
Mea culpa. You were not familiar with that one either.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remain. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to... Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But felt it was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed an elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Which is a feat of engineering. Even today's giants, Rehm, ICN, and Zam, haven't...
He assumes something like a combat style.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Good man.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, they used them for military communications, but also to write... What's the Mars Decree? I mean, it's a beautiful piece of tech. I tried to get Mikhail...
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver firm on the cover of the book. Already...
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very... 10 years ago, I did a little... freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center in
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty? He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Joost?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator... In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. Perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine. Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources... Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions. But of course, what else? I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here. Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing...
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
I do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then. It's an anthropological heritage of the Lomantang people. Interestingly enough... But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying... Lomantang stick fighting...
Wait, what does this man know about pyrrolidon addiction?
You got me, detective. But my history should hardly come as a surprise.
Dad's fighting with sticks every night after dinner for 4 hours. He has a special room for that, and a special costume.
That's right, Mikhail. It also has a meditative quality. No, thanks to you for having me in, little Mik...
You see, a once bright mural towering up. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops.
Looks like tomorrow never came. Looks like tomorrow never came.
訪れんかった。とりあえずセーブはしとこう。
Hello again.
カッターで切れないのかな。お金が入った。楽しくなってまいりました。とりあえずここでセーブだ。家がこっち行けない。橋だったの？そういう感じで行けるんだね。3匹の子豚の家みたいなお金が貯まっていく。これ開かねえかな。開かないね。のかな、わからんけど。
scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole, meaning this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifles. The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution.
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's 10 meters away. Other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles prime. The sun blazes high up in the sky, baking the planks, the sand, your skin. The order was carried out in the afternoon. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have seen. The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Look, 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at a host of men. Probably they stand. The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crack.
I don't know. I don't know who died here, landed beside that horrible wall. It could have been. Perhaps the ones executed here were the...
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about that?
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in the...
A cold sea wind.
건너기. 좀 쓰면 알 거.
go. Nice and easy.
Oh.
No way out, little guy.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is a...
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of assignment.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it. To what do I owe the pleasure? Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the A81. Oh, good. We should really be getting back.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see like...
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going. Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is a good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea. And I suspect it may have also... It's my hype, but I cannot describe how these I'm expecting it to be quite giant.
Seems puny, to be honest.
Typical. Even
would be glory. It's...
Very little, I'm sorry to say. Not yet. That's what makes it a crypt...
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of it...
I know it's real. By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly. Yes, the most... It's the first credible sign I have to Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a...
There's nothing dispassionate about the way he...
Well, they may not look... Yes. Simple. At least, that's the locust.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl.
They'll work.
The traps do seem to be deftly...
Yes. What? I've just always liked that. It's not child's play. Real. I know you think one is a... Indeed.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
No, as I...
Interesting. Something for later.
Everything from forgotten regional lore to new... No. Of the list of Yes, we cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching. Indeed.
The hair on your arms stand up. Electricity.
Yes? All right.
We would have to discuss. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
That's impressive, I guess. But have you seen it with your own eyes? I haven't had a chance to travel to Coco North. I fear...
It remains unclear what this has got to do with you seeing it, as he was inquiring before. He was...
By all means. By woman, you mean my wife, I assume? My wife understands that.
Come on, Morale. We've been so...
And leave the traps.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. Yes, that suffice.
His spirit may be willing, but his body might be too old to endure the rigors of the coast.
No, no, no. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule.
He's dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer. Caught the bug, I see. It's easier to get caught up in the search than you'd imagine. There are 4 in total. One is to the south. Another we set in Land's End. The third is set in... You should check at least one of those before... Bring it to me at once. Just make sure... That's highly unlikely, officer.
Did you hear that? Pheromones. You were right about the teenagers.
Oh, I doubt there is any connection there. Anyway, these pheromones will attract the insect to you. Or at least prevent it from...
This is the smell of dying reeds.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy...
It is precious. A single dose costs...
Right, which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Finally!
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask.
Hello, I'm Gary. Yellow Man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow. Yellow Man. That sounds awfully familiar.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization. I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here. Dark times will do that to good men. No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own. Not many Sealites here.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one? Well, this is that racist.
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact. No problem at all. Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez...
So you do know?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he? Strange.
My mug? Why would you think that? I may have had a similar-looking mug in the past. That's all. Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the... You're not going to find me, are you? Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my... I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn...
What did you do, Gam?
Nothing. Nothing.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know? Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug. Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well...
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty. Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor.
There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely.
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal, so I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. I'm sorry, okay?
Disgraced. No need.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
I hope I can help your investigation, in my small way.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection. Perhaps a little intimidation?
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
In my home. Yes. When I was going to... How did you know? Is this about the Union? Did the big man open the door? So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Of course. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union...
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath. It sounds like he's wearing some kind of armor under his clothes. You can't tell it's there just from looking at him.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got to apologize.
No, you've got explaining to do.
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling, but so light to hold. This is it. This will protect your mortal shell. Don it and live.
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the... So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tiny tot now.
確かに一つ謎は解けたな。
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Seolite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Because I was weak. I should have told you the...
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later. Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Save だ。なんか面白くなってきたぞ。
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of water.
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad. Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I...
His hands lead the way when it comes to that. And his shoulder. Winter, slow to let go of Rivershore, flecks some more wet snow from above. The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring. The melting snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren... More winding coastlines lined with... The waters turn no more. Below the old mines, L'Océan Municipal, where the Philippian kings were interred, with the children under 14. after Rubia's 2 kilometers. The mausoleum. Did someone say? After Rubia's Melchior 2 kilometers. The mausoleum. Did someone say? Few petite all around her. What? The canal you crossed to get here, and someone is scraping snow, like all a fenced-off yard. Someone is scraping a fenced-off yard. There's the abandoned church, a serpentine strip of the remains of a camp. Further out, the lights burn. Then, the Bay of Revachol, and at the farthest the raised moat was once a park. The pox is heavy drug. A line of moat around you. The snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells. A chill comes over you. The pox is heavy drug. A line of around you. The snow the stairs descend to central. Snowfall. All of this. A chill comes over you. Coalition aerostatics hang like apparition under layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial. Someone stuffed a big old polar and a layer up. No need for anything anymore.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out. Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
楽しそうなことやってんな。
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harmon Walshy tape.
Hardcore!
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return.
This is hardcore. It's hardcore! Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. Back to the heavy hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Here comes the night! We're close! True, hard, full, core! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent!
All core! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement.
Hardcore! Ah!
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chick's checker. Yep. We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata. The place to be. Yakokata is a hardcore place. We're close. True. Hard. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata, the place to be. It's the message, so listen and you will see. No illusion. The spirit is what you feel. The club, true, hard, foot, hardcore. Yeah! Lucky Ersky, Materialski. We're close. True. Hard. Hardcore. Yeah! Spinning out lyrics since the day I was born. And the amount of lyrics I got is against the law. We're close. True. Hard. Full. It's hardcore. Skibber-dee. Skibber-danger. We're close. True. Hard. Hardcore. Yeah! Lucky Earth. We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hardcore. Yeah! Lucky Earth. We're close. True. Hardcore. Yeah! Spinning out lyrics and the amount of lyrics. We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the night. The club, true, hardcore, internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata. It's the message. So the club, true, hardcore, internally coherent. All car, all right, yeah. Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job. 2 on the track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack. The club. True. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All car. All right. Gotta get the people going. Yeah. Request. The club. True. Hardcore, internally coherent. All car, all right. Gotta get the people. I'm the party boy. It's my hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style. The club, true. Hardcore, internally coherent. All car, gotta get the people going. Yeah, request. The club, true. Hardcore, internally coherent. All car, all right, yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very lot.
Hardcore! Ah!
The question is, what is the question?
But there was no question. True. Hardcore. Internally coherent.
All car. All.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. The question is, what is the question? But there was a question? True. Hardcore. Internally coherent.
All car.
He furrows his.
Hardcore. Is it though? One mind, one spirit. There's no other word. True. Hardcore. Internal.
All car. All.
He furrows his.
Hardcore. Is it though? One mind. True. Hardcore. Internal.
All car.
He furrows.
Hardcore. The question is, what is the question? But there was no. True. Hard. Full. Car. Hard. Internally.
All car.
He furrows his.
Hardcore. Is it though? One mind. Closed. True. Hard.
All car. All right.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Is it though? What is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it. But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot sink it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be? No! This is the answer! What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
As your mind works, the beat recedes from your ears. You hear your own blood pulsing through your head, nourishing your thoughts with oxygen. The rhythm is familiar. The abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so in the hardcore.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
The abstract, the hardcore.
Oh yeah! I know! So does mine!
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
What?
As your mind works, the beat recedes. The abstract, the hard.
Oh yeah! He's
the abstract, the hardcore.
I know! So does mine.
But there's something else that hasn't failed.
Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah. No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things.
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking Revershow imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean. That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop, too. He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to...
Yeah! With the rebel yell! I could be an ultra. If you want that, do you want me to be an ultra?
Please don't turn him into an ultra-liberal.
Oh, jeez. Please don't do that. There's enough exploitation in the world.
Unless you were thinking, Rever Show and
Hardcore superstar! Capital rules the nation! The market regulates itself! Eat the poor!
You swear you feel the profit margins reflecting off Jermaine Egghead's giant smile.
Dark Horde Hardcore! Basically, yes it is. Lungs are for love! When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Love!
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp.
Lungs are for love! Capital forever! No nation, but transnation! No war, but club! Capital rules the nation! Eat the poor!
You swear you feel the profit margins reflecting off Jermaine Egghead's giant smile. You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your soul.
What? Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just a party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Ake's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street talker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Oh, I know! I know this! St. G is the boulevard. I knew that! And the mosaic side.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now.
Does it? Anyway, that's all yours to figure. Cupman! Alright!
Humpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Humpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetic. You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm.
This is my posse.
The young man with earrings.
An egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers. You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to...
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock...
Places are shit.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomancy. I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dope
heads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez...
Strike that!
And sadder yet, because the dope heads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
The spooky kind. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a...
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad sign.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for. All right, man. Yes, I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
It's as if time is frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah, this is going to be way cool. Blam! Straight in the eye. Straight in the old eye orb. In the looking ball. Man up. It's nothing. Pick the goddamn key up. Put it in your pocket and move on.
My bad.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the... Hi again. So, how are things going? Mm-hmm. Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive. Okay, I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind.
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. Yes, there's also the machinery. When I first scouted the place, back in February,
It was abandoned, empty. Took some. One of them has wires running into bowls of water.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune of...
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. Like, you aren't alone, you know? It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Non-human means a predator.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling. Like some kind of crab. Yeah, you know. The way it was climbing up and around the ceiling. Like a crab. It was stalking a cell. Exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Crab man!
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. You should ask her about it, but be nice. You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burn.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people. Not that we would know anything about that. Noid, we're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell. You should talk.
With a small surge.
Good idea. Well, honestly, I can't.
Why not? Let's go with that.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. But sure. What? Oh yeah, that's a Meteor name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to you know, of Meteo. Concerning Meteo. Meteo, a country on Muindi. On the Muindi Isa. Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocent. You're right, they do.
The Pericanassian church is about love is...
Unity.
Make some noise for my...
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters. Feels good.
Your pussy's like your people, man. Like you got your cup pussy. You look out for each other, and you...
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you. The world is silent.
Are we?
Yeah! Oh, yeah!
He's coming around. You're getting it.
Yeah!
Do it for them. I didn't want to...
The one with... You feel like you could go for a little disco. When?
Yes. What? The what now? Oh, the old Ultra. I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all... Yes. Nosafed is the shit. Sure. Here you go, officer. The noser. Blast away. Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first... oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station. Yeah. Good to have... Yes. What?
He nods enthusiastically. No doubt, a little relieved.
As always, we'll be right here. Wait. So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't we? Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align. I suck at socialising, man. A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me? Seems like my creation has found its way into the legal bureaucracy. The dead guy smiling. He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the present moment and life,
Or the hardcore, or maybe he's not.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
It should be sold, but not by us. I guess one could write an entire treat. Nah. Still strong. You heard me. Weird stuff. Specialised. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Nothing's wrong with it. Most of it psionic powers, pale related, the hardcore aesthetic. I can see that. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve sign synchronicity would be by getting us into the church.
The large-headed youth.
Good morning, Tycoon! Yeah!
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
He's not a communist. It's just...
Yeah! I can be...
Please don't...
Oh, jeez. Please don't do that. There's enough exploitation in the world.
Aye! I can be an...
Please don't turn him in...
Oh, jeez. Please don't do that.
Aye! Capital rules the nation. I'm sorry. No nation, but transnation. No...
Don't be a lunatic. Of course it...
Yeah!
Unless you were thinking Revershow imperative right now.
Hardcore superstar! I can be an...
Please don't...
Oh, jeez. Please don't do that.
Aye! Capital rules the nation. The market regulates itself. I'm sorry.
Huh? I see you're here again. Yeah, gotta compare. See? Our signs are way off. I can already tell this social relationship is gonna take a lot of work. Nah. You heard me. Yeah, I suck at socialising, man.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
As always...
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles, barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might...
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thump. A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with...
Oh.
She must be Estelle, the last of the speed freaks. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
That's my name. I take it you have met the others. Did they tell you about the church and the club thing? Will you help us? Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? Huh? So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well...
Your pulse rises.
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me. Oh, that. You're not gonna believe me. There's no point in me telling you. Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother. And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside, he stopped right before he got to the floor.
Like a crab, you say?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff.
A crab and a
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw. Why? Okay then. They certainly do around me. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and... Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... This is a portable recording device. It's for field record. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads... A contact might record sounds from inside things.
Nice. You could maybe bug someone with it. Wiretapping.
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up. Same place I got the recorder from. The Palaceum. Oh man. You haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. Oh yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum-going kind of person. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need.
Everything checks out, sire.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be... I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers.
She is on some kind of stimulant. Amphetamine or methadone.
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that.
It's okay.
Thanks. Yeah, the boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah, Andre and the guys, inside the tent. Go ahead. It's supposed to become, like, a club for anodic dance music. Like that new style of synthesizer stuff, except that, yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slow. There will never be not in a million years.
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments. Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that. You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments. What do you need to know? Go ahead. Oh, that. Go ahead. Oh, that. Okay. She was dressed like someone who... And then, you know, he stopped right...
Like a crab, you said?
It was too...
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
I don't blame you. I mean, I wouldn't believe me either. I'm surprised Noid did. Andre I expected, but Noid... My associates... Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... Okay, bye.
なるほど。とりあえずセーブをしとこうかね。よいしょ。どうしようかな。権威を上げとこうか。
see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody? You and the seagull are just... Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. Then their paradise became... No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you. Own it. Steal hot dogs, shit in the sand, whatever it takes to keep going. An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand.
It's military. A service depot of some sort. The washerwoman mentioned a depot at the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might...
It may have been used to serve as an aerostatic battleship in the atmosphere. Or a fortification, like a sea fort in... There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same white. The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze. Snow specks the stalks. Most of it melts quickly. The reeds, the wind picks up here, near the cape's end. So locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. No, you weren't.
The reeds shake sadly in the wind picks up here. The reeds shake. The wind picks up here, near the... Nothing has changed about this trap. Nothing has changed about this trap.
面白いな、ここまで来たら。いけないのか。これ以上は進めない。
Yes? Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps, I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have
damage.
Either way, good on you. You were saying?
続きは後にしようかな。